It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's the fucking very best. Oh my God, it's B-E-J. Bunch of moves of capture Richard. Bunch of it's a percent. Bunch of moves of capture Richard.
Wow, wow. Como Forrest Gump de Spielberg, como J. Bond de Almodóvar. Esa peli no es la tuya y se huele desde la alcoba. Yo no soy quien para decirles, pero coño no jodan. No se dan cuenta de cómo van los tiempos ahora. El secreto de...
You see, this is what you bring a producer for. Anyway, so can you say your name for the camera?
Yeah, I'm Victor Armiño. I'm testing for two dudes on a bench. I think it's gonna go great.
Yeah, we're gonna do the usual stuff where we record the interview in 3 different locations. But our producer that is back there fucked up the mics in 1.5 of the takes, so we're gonna try to do the
Yeah,
whole
he's
thing.
hiding in shame behind the tree because he knows what he did. He knows. Yeah.
He knows. It's like one of those. But you know, I feel like it's like when you come back home and your dog is like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I'm sorry, check the food in the bag and the trash," and you're like, oh, you shouldn't do anything. You should be like, yeah, okay, you know what you do.
Yeah. He's like, don't look at the plants.
You should,
they're all
you should
fucked
treat
up.
producers like you treat your pets.
Yeah, just give them food like once a day. Take them out for a walk, and if they shit on the floor, I don't even know what you do if the dog shits on your floor.
I think you just clean it up. I don't think you should do anything.
You shouldn't be like, hey.
It depends on how long it's been. If you catch them doing it, then you can be like, hey.
Oh, right, because they won't associate the.
Not
right.
necessarily.
Yeah.
You can fuck up.
Okay. Turns out I don't know anything about producers or dogs.
Do you have a dog?
I've had cats, which are way easier. Cats are like directors. They know what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're born in Madrid,
Yep.
and you are 20.
7.
Yeah, it's the same. It's 20.
Is it really?
You're
I feel like
20.
23 to 27 is a big jump.
I feel like, yeah, no, that's right. 25, there's a change.
Yep. Quarter of life.
And so Victor Armiño, Madrilean, 27. How do you feel about Franco? I'm kidding.
I miss him, man. I really do. You know what?
I'm joking, I'm joking.
Okay. I was
You
gonna
don't
go
have
in
to out yourself.
as a Franco supporter. No, but that's the thing. Like you, every once in a while, you'll run into people who are pro Franco, and it's the same argument like for Hitler and all these people. Like he built the roads, he built the like pantanos, and he did all that. And you just have to look at them like, did you forget about the entire Civil War? Like, did you just omit that part? But
And,
anyway,
like even before that, this is my take
okay.
on Franco and Hitler. My take is like, if you're a supporter of a dead person, you're a loser. Like
That applies to Christians too, by the way. Like that applies to a lot of
If
people.
your political leader is dead, you're a fucking loser.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
If you pray to Maria Montessori for education, you're a
you
fucking
suck.
cuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. I really like that.
That's how I feel genuinely. Move
Okay.
on, you know? Like,
Yeah, let's go.
no, it's like, you know what it's like being a Frankist? It's like being that guy that is like, what do you think, who do you think is the biggest star right now? John Lennon is that guy.
Okay, I like that.
I know Franklin Lennon don't
You're
have a
like,
lot in common.
who's the best ever to do it? And they're like, Elvis Presley. And you're like, okay, dude. You haven't listened to music in 80 years.
I'm not saying that John Lennon and Franco have anything in common. They don't.
but they both had their wives.
I think they're very different because Franco was a good father as opposed to Lennon.
He did give his child something. That's true. They have a lot of property. That's true.
So, only child.
Yep.
I know this from your stand-up. You do stand-up. Only child.
I know this from your stand-up. You do stand-up.
only child. Older parents.
Yep.
How old were your parents when you were born?
My mom was 46. My dad was 48.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Like everyone, I've always wanted to ask them fucking why. Like not in the I'm grateful to be alive, but more in like what made you want to be parents so late? Because they knew, like they're smart. They knew all that comes with it. Like
Right.
my parents could never like run with me or like do any of that physical stuff.
Couldn't run with.
No, dude. If I started running, I was gone. Like that was They had me on a leash. Like they actually
real?
had me on one of those. Like because and they couldn't even tie me. I had to be around my dad's waist because like if I were able to pull hard, I'd fucking take his shoulder with me. Like he was
Right.
brittle. He was really
Wow.
like So I don't know.
Because your parents are older and not in like super good shape.
Never. No, they were
They're
never
not like
athletic.
Gabriel's. You know Gabriel's dad?
Dude, he's hot. Yeah, I know.
So not like that.
No. Like my parents were always intellectuals, in the sense that they. I dug my own grave, didn't I? No, intellectually, like they enjoyed. So my dad really likes movies. He likes music. He's big into reading, and he was a writer, and he was a screenplay writer.
Really? Your dad?
Yeah. He tried in Sweden for a bit, and then he came back because nothing came out of it. And then my mom was an artist. My mom was a sculptor.
And what does your father? How did they make money?
My dad was a computer scientist, and that's how he made his money. And then my mom was a psychologist, and that's how she made her money.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're interesting. My parents are interesting people.
Yeah.
And I think it was.
Maybe that's why they had a child.
You know what?
We're interesting people. Maybe we'll have an interesting son.
I love to think that, but it was more of like they. You know what I think it is? They were very worried about being ready, and it finally got to a point where my mom was like, "Jesus, I'm running out of eggs. Like I'm literally like the fact that I was born. I joke about this in my stand-up, like I'm a medical miracle, but to a point. Like
I don't think 46 is the age to say I'm running out. I think it's like probably like, how did I run out?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people can conceive at 46.
No, I was. They call it a geriatric pregnancy, which I
Right,
think is
yeah.
such like a disrespectful term. Like, oh, the fucking old lady wants to be a mom. Okay, we'll play with you.
Yeah. No, it's like you're not old, your pussy is.
Your uterus is so fucking old. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, your pussy is old. My mom had a geriatric pussy, and she had me. And you know what? Even though that was the case, and they were never like, you know, I always had to deal with the fact that they were not like young and full of life. They were there for me. Like I always felt like I was a really wanted kid. Like, dude, my dad, I played rugby when I was a kid. He hated it. Like, he didn't understand it.
Right.
He knew football, and he knew Real Madrid, and he knew Franco. No, but he knew football and Real Madrid, and that was what he liked. But he would wake up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday to take me play a game. And he wouldn't watch the game. He'd have his like newspaper in front of it, but he'd be there. And after the game, he'd ask me, like, how'd it go? And I was like, you didn't watch? And he'd be like, no, but how'd it go? I was like, it went well, Dad.
That's fair enough. I think.
Yeah. No, I can't fault him for anything. Like, you know, I think a lot of artists like kind of have this bitterness against their parents.
Yeah.
I don't have like none of it. Not an inch. Like every time I'm with them, like, you guys are pretty cool.
I never had
Your hair's so
First of
crazy
all,
right now.
I don't know if I'm
It's
an
like just
artist.
stuck up.
I don't know if I'm an artist, but
Yeah.
like I never had that thing against my parents until something happened to me, and I started to examine myself emotionally, and now I have a lot of things against my parents.
I went to therapy once, and boy, do I have a list.
Dude. No,
But because your parents were younger, right?
they were in their 20s. They were really
Really young.
normal age. No, in their 20s.
Isn't that
Late
young
20s.
to have a kid? Okay.
Yeah, well, not in. Yeah, they weren't.
Fucking,
they're not
yeah,
Spanish.
Venezuela, yeah.
They're not Spanish.
That's true.
No, I think to be fair, I think in your 30s is late.
You think?
Yeah.
I think that's your right. But that's when you're right for kids, because you're young, but you're like old enough to like figure yourself out. Like, I think 20. Like Gabriel, I think he's gonna be a good dad. But when he told
He's 29.
me, dude,
I think that's the right age.
when he told me I'm being a dad at 28, I was like, oof, you know.
I
Like,
think that's what my dad was. 28. My mom was 25. I think that's
okay.
fine.
So you don't want kids because like we're way past that.
I've always felt the same way about kids. Like I want a child. I'll have a kid, like an accident kid.
And you'll keep it.
Yeah.
So your plan is a bastard, essentially. You'll have a bastard and you love him.
Yeah. Or like it doesn't have to be a bastard. It could be like within the relationship, but like, not intentional. You know?
Okay, gotcha.
I'll have an accidental kid. It feels weird to plan it. It never feels like the right time, and I'm not that desperate.
You'll just go with the flow.
Yeah, I'll adopt a kid for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Shit. Any preferences? Like Asians are really cute babies. Like that's a good
I
one.
think like that what I really feel in real life is, I think asking yourself that question as totally fair. Totally
First of
fair.
all, yeah.
First of all, totally fair. But as a person who thinks they'll adopt at some point, I think I shouldn't even ask myself that question.
That's true.
I think that's offensive.
You can't
just to ask.
you can't imagine yourself in a supermarket with like
Right.
and be like, no, African, no, not sure. Yeah.
Because I'm a comedian, of course.
That's a
like
funny question
it
to ask
starts
yourself.
coming up,
Yeah.
but I've always suppressed it.
I think that's
I've
probably
always
smart.
ignored it.
That's probably smart. But yeah, because you don't want to influence yourself.
But the
in that
answer
way.
is Chinese.
Sichuan province.
They are the cutest. Dude.
They are like undisputed. Like
Yeah.
it's not even close.
And it's like, yeah, no, the cutest human baby you can see is Chinese every time.
I know the cheeks. They're huge.
I know. And then
I got excited. My voice went up an octave. I was like, the cheeks.
I don't think, maybe they're like, I don't know, older. You can take it or leave it. I'm not sure. But who cares? Like, they're not your.
They do get less cute. Like Chinese teenager. I mean, no teenager is particularly attractive. But I think the Chinese don't age that well. I mean, no, like I think it's only black people that age well generally. Like,
Yeah, Chinese people have the same thing as South Americans, which maybe it's because we're Asian a little bit.
Yeah, you guys come from the same.
Genetic pool.
Yeah, we were talking about Pinji earlier. Isn't this nice?
Yeah, with all the footage we lost. Very interesting topics.
Oh yeah. You guys missed out.
But they do that thing like Latin women in particular do, which is they get older. Like they look okay, the same, and then one night they become a grandmother. Yeah.
They wake up and I think this happens with Eastern European women as well.
Yeah.
Like they're just like the most attractive people you've ever seen. And then they come out one day, babushka. Like, boom.
That's
like,
right.
They even have the little thing around the head and everything.
Exactly.
It's automatic.
They wake up and they're like, oh, the top of my head is cold. It's like that.
Yeah. That's when you lose it.
So, okay, your parents are artists, and then you were a rugby player. Did you bully people?
No.
Because rugby players are not bullies normally, but
I went into rugby because I was bullied. Like I was a fat kid growing up, like very fat. Like I think I was 95 kilograms when I was 12.
wow,
Which is
okay,
crazy.
that's really big. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, so my dad was always working a lot, and my mom, she started doing government oposiciones, like so they weren't home a lot, and I told you about this before off camera, but I was an anxious eater since I was a kid, so whenever I felt the slightest bit uncomfortable, food was the go-to, and not like fruit, like fucking Oscar Mayer, like ice cream, like, and the thing is, I was like independent enough to like go to the store and buy myself shit, and then I would hide it. You know, I have my stash. Like you know,
Where?
like druggies have their little like.
Where would you keep it?
So, we used to have in the kitchen like a cupboard, and then to the right, like bottom right, we had like with all the like dried beans and everything, and then behind the dried beans, I had like a little old box, and I would put it there.
So somewhere my elderly parents wouldn't reach. Like you have to bend
You have to
down,
reach down way too far. I didn't even think about that.
to bend down and reach
Maybe.
out. Like there's no
Yeah.
way they're gonna get in there.
Yeah, ice cream was a bitch though. Ice cream I had to put like behind all like the fish and everything, and sometimes
That's
it was like
so
this.
different. Like, cause you're the only child, elderly parents. I'm a older child of 3 with youngish parents.
Yeah.
If I wanted to hide something,
You're
bro,
fucked, right?
I would have to be like, you remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that movie with Brad Pitt
yeah.
and when they started cheating
Yeah. They started cheating.
on each other's partners.
I mean, can you blame them?
Do you remember where they had the guns like behind the?
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
remember.
like that's.
That was your.
That's the way you have to hide.
That's where you
shit.
had your weed, right? Like behind the. Yeah.
I didn't smoke weed, but that's how you. What would I hide? I don't like food, like candy.
Yeah.
Because
No, yeah, that was like my thing. So I was bullied for being fat. And then, do you know what was really bad? Like, same summer, I got really fat. I got glasses and I got braces.
Woo!
Dude, the day before
came
school, I
back.
couldn't sleep. Yeah, I honestly thought about suicide.
You came back a loser.
Yeah, because like I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I don't get absolutely annihilated. Like, I went from being a skinny kid, no glasses, and then all of a sudden, and you're like 12, yeah. I had a rolly backpack.
Put on the uniform.
I had a rolly backpack with wheels.
Right.
Like, imagine, like it had like this kind of thing. So you're going like, with the glasses, your tits are like bouncing, and you're just like dreading it. And the first kid sees you.
Looking at yourself in the mirror with your uniform on, it's like, yep. Ugh, I think I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, which is all new because the old one doesn't fit. Like you had to go to get a new one because the pants were like, and they just annihilated me. Like they were like, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, and that like the thing is also a new kid came who was kind of a dick. Bernardo, fuck you. And he made my life kind of a bitch. So I realized I had to make a change. Like that's something I like about myself. I didn't victimize myself about it. I was like, he's kind of right. I'm fat and a nerd. So I went to my PE
Which is
teacher.
fine.
which is fine. Like if you're that, like live your truth. But I didn't want to be, so I went to my PE teacher second week school.
I need an out.
Save me! Yes. And I remember the question. I said, "What sport can a fat guy excel at? Like not do well,
Really?
but
That's how you were, like, dude.
yeah."
Very intentional. Huh?
And I said, "Not sumo," because that feels,
On the nose, yeah.
yeah, kind of racist too. And immediately he was British, so he said rugby. And I was like, oh, and that's true. If you're a big guy in rugby, that's an asset. You can like
helps,
bump
yeah.
people off. And dude, first rugby training. Also, I didn't have glasses. I had to learn to wear contacts, which was such a pain. Like I remember being in front of the mirror crying, like I can't put it in. And then I went to my dad and I was like, can you put it in? He was like, no, you figure it out. And I figured it out. And I remember they passed me the ball for the first time. And a guy tried to tackle me, and I was so fucking fat. He couldn't like wrap his arms around me, so he just bounced off.
Yeah.
And all like the noise I was expecting was like, ah, he's so fat. And the noise was, oh, like he's so good. And I remember the rush of being just like, oh, I'm useful here. This is my place. And I just fucking played till I was like 23.
That's great.
And then I lost weight. Like I lost weight, and then like I didn't have to change myself to be accepted. I just changed my place. And here, being fat as fuck is an asset. Like actually, my coach was worried when I started dropping weight.
If you make people feel that, because that's what you want as a child.
Yeah.
You want to make people go like a Japanese game show host, right? You want them to go, oh,
Sugoi, Victor.
you make them go do that noise, then you're a happy child. That's what you're.
Yeah, essentially, that was the best noise you could. That was the best noise you could hear, and I really just have such a fond memory of like.
It's very funny that you remember that. That's
Yeah.
very funny that you did that intentionally. That you went to the coach and was like, I need to be cool being fat. What is cool being fat?
Yeah.
That's very smart also.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I realized like it took me a while to gain that much weight, but I was kind of aware like it's gonna take me a while to lose it. So in the meantime,
I need to be fat this year.
Yeah.
Figure out how to be fat this year.
I'm gonna be fat this year, so let me. And rugby became sort of my entire personality like that year. Like I was a rugby player. Like I wore my rugby.
What position did you play?
I played prop growing up, which is like the fattest guy around. And then I sort of like as I was losing weight, I went down. So I started prop, then I went like third row and like flanker, and then I ended up being scrum half because I was like once I was like slim in my like real body, I was nippy and I was like kind of fast. So I was good.
Because you get good legs when you're fat.
Dude, you know
You
what?
develop legs when you're fat.
That's the thing. I never got the fat guy calves.
No,
Like no, look, and they're not bad, but they're sort of skinny. And
that's true. You did. Yeah.
no, like a lot
So
of
like side to side, like they get them on both sides.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They get like real.
You weren't fat long enough.
That's
what
true, probably. Yeah, I lost weight fairly quickly, but yeah, I didn't get the Whoppers. Like I love those.
By the way, were you one of the guys like throwing someone up in the air?
Yeah, I threw them up in the air,
you're
and
the
then
important guy there, right?
yeah, and then after a while, I was the guy like putting the ball in.
Right.
That was also a big part, and I got so good at that. Like I remember, like the older guys were practicing, and I was better than them, and I could tell. And I was like, hey, you guys should do this, but they were older, and there's always this thing, and they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I had this cool moment of like, I got the ball, and I like took a lot of paces back, and I said, I can put it wherever you want me to. And the guy like put up his finger in the air, and I threw it, and it ended like on his palm, and he catched it, and he was like, what? I was like, yeah. And then we were like playing and teaching, and I just felt so accepted there. Like I grew up to realize it had its like bad parts.
Yeah.
Like there was a sort of toxic masculinity in that
In
place.
rugby?
Yeah, like if you were hurt, there was honor in not saying you were hurt and like playing
Right.
through the pain.
Right.
Which I realize now is not good.
Right.
Like we had a lot of kids who were like, they ended up at 25 with like chronic pain issues.
Right.
That sort of stuff. And also like just the general, the general atmosphere of like how they would talk about women, how they would talk about gay people.
Really?
Dude, very homophobic. Like I once heard a guy I respected too, he was a great player. He said, I would never take a shower with a gay guy.
Really?
Yeah. And now I think about it, it's like, what are you afraid he'll fuck you? Like
That's
you're
super gay.
I think there was a part of that too. Like some people were, but yeah, I'm really glad I got into rugby because I had a lot of misplaced anger too. Like people were laughing at me. And I thought they were, because of the bullying, remember? And you know the thing,
I was gonna go, but your dad was great.
yeah. But there's this thing about when you're getting bullied, like there's a part of you that thinks they're right,
Uh-huh.
and that creates so much anger.
That you think they're right.
They're right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're like, you're a fat fuck.
And you're like, yes.
Kinda. Yeah. And you're like, you're being a dick
yeah.
about it, but you have a point.
Yeah, exactly. I
And-
wouldn't say it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But yeah. So the rugby was really a good place to put that anger in, and then I grew out of that, and I feel like I became a better person because of that.
Did you ever have fantasies like
Against the bullies?
yeah, like
oh, yeah,
revenge
100%.
fantasies and
100%.
or like getting skinny fantasies and shit like that.
Well,
Proving them wrong.
I had fantasies of like beating the shit out of them.
Uh-huh.
And once I got into a big fight. Like I had a guy, I don't remember what he said, but he something and sent me over the edge, and I just lunged at him.
Uh-huh.
I lunged, and I was so much bigger than him.
Right.
Like it wasn't even a fair fight. Like
Right.
I realized at one point I could kill him. Like cause he was skinny. He was like, I think he also was dealing with his own stuff. Like he was skinny, small, and he kind of got made fun a bit because he looked 10 when we were 15.
Right.
So he would put that on other people.
Yeah.
And I remember lunging at him, and at some point realizing, oh wait, no, I can't do this because it is such an unfair fight.
That's nice to realize.
And-
You were very like aware of things when you were young.
I mean, you kind of have to be when you're like, I don't know. I think being an only child with old parents makes you grow up sort of earlier.
Maybe, yeah.
And also, like, all my cousins were so much like older than me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the youngest cousin by a mile, and then the next youngest cousin is 40 at this point.
Wow.
So, like, I
And
grew
you're
up
27.
surrounded-
You're
Yeah,
27, he's
27.
40 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grew up surrounded by older
people, yeah.
people. Yeah. So you kind of, if you wanted to play with them, you had to kind of
Right. yeah, yeah. You have
rise
to
up to it.
You have to play poker with them. You'd be like,
I learned how
"I'm
to
all
play
in."
poker. Yeah. I did that a lot because I thought it was funny. Like I had the shit in his hand. I was like, I'm all in. And they're like, Victor, you keep doing this. It doesn't count as a bluff if you do it every time. but yeah, no. Anyway, so like,
Give me your blinds and shut the fuck up.
So
The truth is, like, people get mad at people who like go all in a lot, but a lot of people don't know how to play against them.
that is true.
People
You're
who
kind
go all
of
in kind of just get a lot of blinds for them.
yeah. You kind of put a wrench in the whole system. Yeah.
Oh, that's the way it is.
But yeah, anyway, so I went through all of that, and school was tough for me at the beginning. But then I remember I found my place. I found my people, and I've been with them like ever since. Like I keep a lot of my friends from high school still. Yeah, so that's been good.
Nice.
Yeah. For sure.
But I was gonna ask you. Well, I have a thing. Bullying. I don't know if I was bullied, but okay. Pin on that. Before that,
It would be hard to bully you. I feel like you would always have better comebacks.
I think I have a theory. I think you can only be bullied if you're in on it. You have to be, and I think it's.
Oh, you have to play the victim. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like what you're saying, like you believe it a little bit. There has to be that because, and I don't know, maybe I'm not saying that it's the same everywhere. Like, of course, like if you're getting like death threats and shit like that's a different level. But like the normal, like making fun of you and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's different culture, but growing up, everybody got made fun of,
Yeah.
except like maybe some really strong, violent guys didn't get made fun of, but everybody else
Oh,
got.
the guys were a threat, like a physical.
Like
actual
if
threat.
they were like, there's no way I can, face off to this guy. Those guys maybe didn't get made fun of. Yeah, but almost at all compared. But everybody else, you made fun of everyone. Everybody made fun of everyone, and like some people were bullied and other people weren't. So, but the difference was, I think now in hindsight, I think is that they believed it a little bit too.
Yeah, of course.
When they were called a loser, whatever it was, they also felt like, oh, fuck. Whereas me, when they called me whatever, I don't remember what they called me, but whatever they called me. I'd be
Gay,
like,
probably.
No, it's more like, no, I never got the gay thing. I got the, they used to say that I was yellow. That's the thing. They used to say that.
As an Asian.
Yeah, there's not Asian, but like yellow skin. They used to call me a Simpson.
Okay, God.
Bart Simpson, yeah.
That's a weird insult.
Yeah,
That's-
but like you get whatever you get.
that's true.
Skinny, it's for being skinny as well. Honestly, don't remember. It didn't mark my life. I don't remember it.
That's good.
But it'd be like, yeah, like.
They called me Kirby once. That destroyed me.
And you forever remember.
Dude, forever. Because I'm pale and sort of pink, and when I went in like really a fan, they were like, oh, Kirby's here. I was like, fuck.
Forever remember.
That's
yeah.
a good one. Like every once in a while, you're like, that's a good one. That's actually,
No, it is a fact.
like, as a writer, that's a good one.
But I think, yeah, that's the difference between people that were bullied is that when they were called whatever it was, something in them
A
was
part in you
wrong.
believed it, yeah.
Yeah.
And another part said, you deserve this.
And everybody else who got made fun of, they just,
No, they slipped it right
They
off.
laughed
Yeah.
and
I mean,
like-
that's the thing. Bullies only have fun if it affects you. I know.
and he stood there, looked at us for a while.
I love Madrid.
I love it.
I love it.
I mean, nothing like we're doing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the bullying thing. And the other thing, like talking about growing up quick, like there's a point in your life from which anything prior to that is like a blur. You don't.
Yeah.
You're unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's that age for you?
I don't know. I mean, there's certain, like, I have little, like,
No, not
vignettes.
that. Not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you don't have memories, but like that you remember
that's,
thinking.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out. I would say 12,
Okay.
13, yeah.
Oh, me too. Okay.
Around.
Yeah, like before 10 or 12, somewhere
Oh,
around
forget
there.
about it. No.
Yeah.
Like, I only know my life before I was 8 because people tell me about it. Like, that's the only, like, I have some vignettes of, like, I guess they said I have,
Right.
memories of, like, being with my mom when she was going to do her sculptures and we were at the founding place. I don't know how to say it in English, fundición, where they were, like, they would melt the iron and everything.
What? Oh, the smelting
The
place.
smelting place, thank you. But yeah, that's like little things. Like I was on her trunk and I was like kicking my feet when I was little, and a guy, like huge guy, came up to me and gave me a little figurine. He was like, "Oh, here you go," and I was like scared, and he was really nice.
Nice.
Like that
okay.
sort of thing.
Right. No, I have memories like that too, but also, have you ever read a book from the perspective of a werewolf? Or like seen a show where one of the characters is a werewolf?
Okay.
And like when they're a werewolf, they always describe, I don't know if always, but like I've read books in which there's a werewolf and there's always like it's a dream kind of thing.
Right.
And you're kind of witnessing it, but you're not making decisions. It's all
Yeah,
instinctual. I feel like in my childhood, if I remember my actions, I was like, I can see them, but I remember there was no thought process. You know what I mean? Like it's,
you were on rails.
it's just like going on.
on instinct, purely. Yeah.
You're an animal.
No, 100%. Yeah, and I see that with kids. Like I have smaller cousins, and you can see there's no thought behind like 50% of things that they do.
Yeah, no, a lot of it is reactionary.
No, like there's a really fun dynamic in my family right now because we have one of my cousins, her name is Carla, she's 11 I think now. She's really tiny, she's this tiny little girl. And then we have another one, his name is Alvaro, and he's 7, but he's huge, like this monster of a man. And the thing is, she's older, she looks younger, so she'll like boss him around.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, we're playing house, and then he comes like lumping around like, we're playing house.
Right,
And it's like really fun. You can see behind Alvaro, like he's not doing anything like on purpose. Like you'll hand him, I don't know, a spoon, and he'll start going like, bop, 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 against the thing. And you're like, yeah, there's
Just do
no,
whatever they got.
there's nothing here, yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
They're malleable.
That's why that's why school makes no sense. Like elementary school makes no sense.
You think?
Yeah, they stand there and they tell you things like, try to go home and remember this, study for next. Like, what?
Dude,
What are
in
you
primary
talking
school,
about? I don't remember your name when I'm out the door. You're out of my mind forever.
I don't know.
Every morning I remember who you are.
No, they know. They treat them like a mom. That's the thing. They don't have you take them from their house to another house, and the only clues they have are like, they treat school like they're still at home.
I
So
guess,
they
yeah.
treat like teachers and everything like their parents. And that's, I think, the parents fucked up.
Yeah, but
Like,
because the teacher
They'll be like,
doesn't
why
teach
don't you love me? And he's like, I have 47 kids. Like, how could you expect me to?
Right. And they take you to a shittier, busier parent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
And like teachers don't teach like parents do. They teach
true.
like teachers do, which is
Yeah,
insane.
exactly. Which is professional.
No, it's worse, I think, because it doesn't work for children. You have to trick children into teaching them stuff.
That's true. That's a good point.
But teachers, all they do is like fight with you until
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
calmed down.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean,
They're
I
like, you
wasn't-
need to learn this. They're not subtle.
Sit
They're
down,
not...
can you just everybody pay attention at the same time?
Okay, when the hand is up, we stop speaking. And
Uh-huh.
they're like, we don't recognize the authority.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
what? And it's a mess because you never know. It's luck. Because 35 children are not paying, or 30 children are not all paying attention at the same time. It's never going to happen.
No, and they're too different.
Sometimes someone is distracted and they miss a less important thing, And sometimes someone is distracted and they miss the most important bit of information, and
Yeah.
they're fucked.
Yeah.
They missed it.
You're completely fucked. Yeah.
You don't understand. It it happens with teenagers too.
I mean, yeah, that happens. Like, and also like people like hold on to the information that resonates with them, and sometimes it's not the important part. Like you'll teach, I don't know, a teenager about World War II, and you'll be like telling them about the Holocaust, and then they'll be like, and they had trains, and you're like, dude, this is not like what you should be. But maybe he loves trains, you know?
Yeah, like whatever it is.
Yeah. It's not the important bit.
It's not the important bit. Like right in the so imagine doing that for a collective of 30 minds that
I
are
could
scattered.
never
Like it
be-
doesn't.
But you've taught, you've been a teacher.
Yeah, but like it doesn't work like that.
That's why you feel this way, like because
Yeah, like
out
I
of
know
experience?
from experience that
Right.
it doesn't. I mean, it works. They'll learn some stuff, but they're not gonna learn a lot of stuff.
And do you think there's a better way?
Yeah, of course. Go to the park, walk with them, talk as you're moving,
Oh, peripatético
do
style,
things.
Like, okay.
Yeah, of course. 100%, million times better.
Okay. You ever had one of those like cool teachers in university that would be like, today's a great day, we're doing it outside in the grass?
No,
No?
but I studied engineering, so
You don't get those in engineering. Dude, I studied environmental science.
you cannot study in the
Like
park. You're
that's-
gonna study engineering in the park.
That's true.
You need a whiteboard necessarily.
Yeah.
But by then you're
Calculators.
an adult. Like you're pretty much to a degree developed. It's like you can do that kind of stuff. You can.
You
sit
feel like you
down.
were developed in college?
Felt like I was making my own choices.
Because you went outside of your home. Like you were living in college while you were in
No,
college.
I mean, like I was making my own choice. Like I was conscious of my life and the impact I could have in my own life. And I had been conscious of
understand
that long
yeah.
enough.
Yeah, I understand that. It's like I stayed at my parents when I was in university, so you never kind of break out of that dynamic.
Uh-huh. Well,
of like
maybe
you're in
that
high
has
school.
something to do, but I that's the only life I've lived. I don't know.
No, I get it. But like I remember, like I went a year abroad in Canada, and I was living there in residence and everything, and I was like, oh, this is college. Like the trial run of being an adult. Like with all the commodities of like not having to work,
Right.
like you have all your friends in the
was
same
working.
building. Some people worked, like some people had to. I had a scholarship and my parents had money, so it wasn't that hard. But yeah, I remember like getting to Canada and being like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like you get a free trial of adulthood and you see how you fare, you know?
No, okay, so this is what I mean. Like in college, if I didn't pay attention to a class or was late, I felt fully responsible for doing that.
Fair, okay, yep.
In high school, sometimes I didn't pay attention on purpose, and sometimes I just couldn't help it. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
your mind
it was
wanders.
beyond me.
Yeah. No, I get that 100%. Like, I do remember of like waking up late one day in Canada and thinking my mom's not here to like tell me off. Like this is 100% up to me. And I saw like I had a roommate. He was 18. It was his first year of college, and he moved out of his parents' place. His parents were really nice. Like we went home for Thanksgiving and everything. And the first day of school, they were like dropping him off, kissing him, being like, "Oh, you're gonna do so great." A weekend, all he was doing was staying in his room, playing Xbox, smoking weed, eating. I think it was a steak for night, like for dinner every night.
The dream.
Yeah, and like getting drunk and like going. He went to some parties. He wasn't that like social. And I remember thinking, "Oh fuck!" Like he's gonna have to learn. And I remember end of the first semester, I think he didn't pass one class, and it was not a hard school. Like it was a diploma mill for international students. So as long as you went to class, you would pass.
Right.
But he didn't go to class. And I remember his mom sitting on the bed, and I was at this point like a friend of the family. So she was asking me like, "What do you think he could have done better?" And he's my friend. I'm not gonna rat. But in my mind, I was thinking like, yeah, maybe go to class every once in a while, like.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, this is too much for him.
But do you think he was conscious of what he was doing, or like?
I think he didn't care. Like, I think his parents were also like very on top of him. I feel like when I was at his place for Thanksgiving, that's the impression I got. Like they were very helicopter type parents. And I think he was just enjoying freedom for the first time. And it went out of his grasp. Like it just went too far. Like, I mean, not discovering, but like having the freedom for drugs, alcohol, doing like whatever you want all the time. You get like he got so high off of it that he wasn't really realizing what was happening to him.
That's another thing I've realized. Like, being in control, staying in control, is one thing, but getting back into control is really hard.
Oh, dude, I don't think.
Especially if you're young. If you go off the rails,
Yeah.
getting back on track is really hard.
I think the only reason he could is because he had a good support system. Like his parents were good, like his friends were good, like his roommates, we were there for him.
Right.
But I saw him like I remember one time walking into his room because we were gonna play a game, and it was just filled with trash, smelled like shit, like dirty dishes on the sink. He was smoking a joint inside of his thing, like a liter thing of like whiskey and coke. And he had like tabs open. I could see the porn on the tabs of like the big TV on his. He had a big TV in his fucking room. And I remember thinking, oh boy, like this is like this feels like a dream to a teenager, but you can immediately see this is unhealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a dream for a week, like two days, but then you wanna.
Yeah, that's a depressive cycle, like essentially. Like he's just overstimulating himself with like jerking off and drugs, but yeah, I think he realized that. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. I think when you're younger, like things are easier. Things spiral out of control easier. Like you make a bad choice.
You can't recognize a spiral.
You make a bad choice, and and it's very hard to switch gears. You know, like once you go down the path, that's why like how do you these children in gangs killing people? I get it. Like I get how they're killing. You know what I mean? It's not hard to see.
Once
like
you start, and
they just say yes once, and then like it's impossible to stop.
Yeah, that's a train that's left the station.
That's one thing you can do as an adult. I think that's one thing you learn is like to be able to go insane, and then the next day it's back to normal life.
I don't know if I have that ability. Like if I go insane, I've only done it like a couple times, especially with weed. That was like in university. That was like my very bad vice. Like you know how I told you before I felt uncomfortable a lot in my life? I discovered at a certain point that drugs were a good way, easy way, more like to like zone out and like not, if you're not feeling anything, you're not feeling uncomfortable.
But what is this uncomfortable feeling?
Not feeling accepted.
Is it physical?
Sort of, yeah. But it's more
in
like
your body, you feel tense this way or another way?
Kind of, but it's more like I wanted to feel accepted by everyone. I wanted to feel loved. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to feel as a human.
Right.
But once it gets to a certain point and you're like bending over for like everybody's fucking approval, you've got to readjust. You know, you got to reassess. And I feel my uncomfortability came from not realizing that. Like, I remember one time I was at a party and my friend brought a few friends and his friends were dicks, like they were assholes. I don't know why they were friends, but anyway. I was talking to them and I could tell they didn't like me. And the thing is, I didn't like them either. But a part of me was like, why don't they like you? What's wrong with you? And then I realized like they after like, you didn't fucking like them. Like why was it important for them to like you? And I remember that being a switch of like, hey, not everyone, like some people not liking you is actually pretty cool. It means you're doing good. Like if Hitler immediately was like, I like this guy, that's a problem. That's not great, you know? So I remember that being a thing. But I think it's this John Mulaney thing of like, I want everybody to like me so much all the time. And that's uncomfortable. That's an uncomfortable feeling to have, to seek validation of people you cross in the street. And now I think I'm a bit past that. And I'm trying to turn it into something healthy. And like, I want to be a good person to be around. Like, I want to be a good person to talk to. I want to be a good person to like, I don't know, just have in your life. But I want to be able to walk away from people if I don't like them.
Because what do you think is the positive spin on this? Like, I want everyone to like me. What is the positive version of that?
Fuck.
I don't know if this is it. I know people that try really, like, make an effort to like everyone.
That's not healthy either. I think the healthy version of that is I want the people I consider my friends to be well. Like, I want all the people that matter to me, which should be chosen with a criterion, to be good, to be good around me and to, like, be a good friend to them.
Okay.
Like, I want to be a good friend to the people who deserve it.
Okay, so you're becoming a conservative.
Ready? Yep. Do you feel like you're a grown-up already? Oh, shit. Sort of, yeah. Like, I have a grown-up life, but I don't feel like a grown-up and, like, I feel like an adult. Like, if someone would come up to me and ask me, like, hey, how do I live my life, or, like, give me advice, I'd be like, no. Like, not at all. Like and you know, it's gonna be like the only thing people
Yeah,
see.
maybe this is gonna be a real clip it.
No. Don't
No,
clip this, Pablo.
of course not.
No, but yeah, you know what I mean, right?
I know, I understand. I don't know if I know what you mean because I don't feel like I think we have opposite emotional experiences probably. As
Right.
opposite, yeah. Like my struggle is not like people wanting people to like me. My struggle is not feeling better than everybody else. You know, it's like the opposite.
Yeah, but you have the chance to like. That's the thing. I never could feel better than anyone because I was very aware from the beginning of my limitations. I feel like I grew up and all my cousins were older and cooler than me.
Right.
Like most of my friends were probably like smarter and funnier. So it gets to a point where you're like, I'm just gonna have to live with this, and like not in the way of giving up, but like accept that I'm not gonna be this shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, for me, I don't think it like context changes it. I think it's something inside of you. Like I'm so egocentric or whatever it is. I am aware of my limitations. And I just think I'm more aware of my limitations than other people. Fucking idiots.
I'm the most aware person on this fucking planet.
How long did it take you to
Okay.
realize your fucking limitations? When are you? Child? You know, like that's the feeling I get with some people. I'm telling you, it's no problem.
No, that seems so alien to me, but I get it. Like, it's good. I mean, I honestly, sometimes I kind of wish I had your confidence. Like, I see you and I see Liam and I see other people, and I'm like,
Liam is very confident in a very healthy way.
yeah,
I think.
I'm like, that's gonna feel good. Like, I see you guys, and I see how comfortable you are in your own skin and how like easy it is for you to say certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's gonna feel so fucking freeing.
But I think we're older. That's also true. You know, you get used to.
That is a good point, yeah. But I've seen people who are like in their 40s, and I'm like, that's not.
But that's embarrassing.
That is kind of embarrassing.
To be
That's like,
honest-
grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
you
be
got
honest,
white
and to
hair.
be like,
Your balls
you
are
know,
dropping.
You got really expensive shoes. That's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think.
That's true.
But no, there are people like the impressive thing is there are people who get there like in their 20s. It's really impressive. People who 20,
That's crazy,
Who are
yeah.
23 and they're like,
They're fully formed.
hey man, you know, like, and not people who are faking it, which that's a different thing. I don't think it's bad to be.
You think you have to? I think that there's an argument to be made to faking it till you make it.
I respect people who fake being a good person early on. I don't respect it when they're older.
Because by then you should have figured it out. Yeah.
I mean, like, or take, you know, or accept that you're a bad person. You should have either become a good person, or learn how to deal with being a bad person. I think.
But that's being a good person. Accepting and dealing with the fact that you're a bad
Either
person.
way, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you should have. I don't know.
You
I
should
think
figure
it's
it
enough
out. Yeah,
time
yeah,
to
yeah.
figure something out. But if you're 22 and faking to, you know, pretending to be a good person, pretending to care about things you don't really, I respect that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, but I respect it.
Sometimes it can feel like fake. I have a lot of like left-wing leaning friends. I am also left-wing leaning, but like they're so on everybody's asses to care about like Palestine, and they're like, and it's not a bad thing to care about. What I mean is that they're sort of aggro about it. Like if you're not as like vocal and everything, they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And sometimes that feels imposted. Like they're, but you don't really care about that much in the sense that it doesn't affect you like on a day-to-day basis. So sometimes maybe I'm getting into a bit of a like, but
I know what you're saying, and I
like you're judging people by how much they care and like how much they seem to care about things.
Yeah.
And you're like putting them on a spectrum of like how good of a person are you.
Right.
On a like a scoring sheet that I think is completely fucking
Right.
insane. Like it's not like I've seen people who justify, I think, to themselves being dicks to people because they care about all the things they have to care about.
Right.
Like I can be a dick to my mom because I care so much about Palestine, and I went to this
And she
demonstration that like, you know, who cares? I'm a good person,
right.
so I can be a dick. And that fucking
Like the balance it out
yeah,
theory of morality.
sort of yeah. Like
Like if you do a good thing, you can do a bad thing.
Sorry, if I eat my vegetables, I can eat my ice cream and I can throw it to my mom's face.
Yeah, which is super immature, I think.
Well, it's fake.
Uh-huh.
It's fake because one thing matters and the other one, in a very real sense, kind of doesn't. Like how you
Vegetables.
your vegetables in the way of like how you treat the people close to you matters a lot more than whatever the fuck you say about all the important political issues in the world. Like your day-to-day life is more important and makes more. You can do more good with that than by going and trying to stop like the bikers going around Spain or posting whatever the fuck you're posting on X,
Yeah.
which is owned by a Nazi.
Right.
So, you know.
I don't know how I feel. I'm not sure what I think about these things.
I came on strong, dude. Yeah.
I was arguing with someone, like, and I've felt exactly the same for every other conflict that's happened ever. I'm really upset about Palestine, though.
Same.
More
yeah.
than other things. I think because I feel the world is becoming very insensitive, and people
That's true.
and people are really pretending, or people genuinely don't care about like crimes, you know? Because when the U.S. bombed Syria, people, you know, justified it, but were upset. But now they're like, well, they're all terrorists, or like, you know, they're like going.
Right, yeah,
people
yeah.
are kind of going like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, very caring, intelligent, sophisticated, educated, you know, good-hearted people are going like, but they're hiding in the schools. You know, like when you tell them they're killing children, they're going like, well, if they're hiding in the schools, what are you gonna, you know?
Yeah, Bill Burr has this great bit of like, you got to work around that.
You have to work around. Yeah, no, and like, it should be a conversation stopper. Like, they bombed a hospital. It's like, yeah, but,
End of story.
But who was in the hospital?
Yeah.
Right? You know,
Kids
like that.
and sick people.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm not, okay, so I don't want this to
So
be...
that's what's making me upset. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I know that you're not saying the opposite. I'm just saying like I've been like dealing with the other side of the coin of that argument for the first time of being actually upset about. And like I've always thought, demonstrations, all that, like putting up a black square on Instagram or like going to
You know, I did
this
that.
square. I'm sure.
And I deleted it. It felt like saying to the world, I changed my mind, I'm racist. Like, it was crazy. It was a crazy thing to do. It just affected me so
I think
much.
Once you upload it, you have to leave it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I had like 5 pictures on my Instagram by that point. Like, it was before I did comedy.
Wow, so you're like 20%. 20% of my life is this.
It's this, and then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Nah.
No,
Like,
I
fuck
care
it.
about black people like 5%. Yeah, and like, but then the question is, like, should you do things only if they work? You know,
I think that should be a thing you think about.
I think it's
Like, that should
it's an
be on the
component, yeah.
in the equation. But
But then you would have to attach to people being smart. They would have to be smart, and politically, they would have to know what has an effect.
yeah.
But
yeah.
you cannot attach it, like, you cannot expect everyone to be that.
No, I think having your heart in the right place is the main ingredient. Like,
Right.
that has to be important. But what I'm ranting about is people who think that because your heart is in the right place with certain things,
Right.
it cancels out
Right.
being a dick on other things.
Right.
But then-
yeah, no, we agree on that.
Okay, so that's off the table. But then when it comes to political action, when
Yeah.
it comes to like demonstrations,
Yeah.
manifesting your discontent, I do think, is this going to be effective or is this going to have an impact?
Right.
Should be a part of how you plan for that.
Right.
And I agree, like, not everybody's going to be like that savvy politically, but
No, what I'm saying
I
is,
think-
like, if you go to the square, to the demonstration, and there are political analysts that are going like, Palestine, you gotta be like, fucking idiots. But if it's like a retail, you know, intern, not even got the job yet,
he doesn't know how to sell underwear.
fine, you know, fine.
No, yeah, and also like there is a value in like a lot of people doing that. Like
Right.
if you fill up the whole fucking Plaza del Sol with people protesting,
Yeah, it makes it-
that gets on the news. That makes
gets on
people
the
like
news, yeah.
that's not a crazy thing to do. That's not stupid. But it's just a thing of like sometimes I wish that being part of the left wasn't so taxing all the time. Like I feel it's very taxing, and I feel that's why a lot of people, when they get older, they become right wing, just because the right like expects less of its people.
Maybe, yeah.
And I think one thing that and this has been talked about for a long time, but we need to learn how to be more forgiving. Like I feel like if I make a mistake in my leftist circle, I'm fucking like scrutinized till the like if I say something wrong,
Yeah.
Like I'll be like a pariah.
Yeah.
So you get so scared of saying anything that you don't say anything, and that can be like how we operate. Like, and I think we have to be more forgiving, and I think you have to allow people to make mistakes without immediately like. I'm thinking about specific friends here who like jump onto you like, no, but that's not the thing, and it's immediate. It's like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I would like to see my leftist friends being a bit more forgiving.
But is it a left thing or is it a generational thing?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I don't know that it's because the left even used to be like that in the past.
I don't know, my mom, dude, you know what's something that like fucks me up? My mom always one-ups me with political stories because my mom was politically active during Franco. She
Right.
was a communist. Like my stories are like, I voted. And her stories are like, we went into the mountains so they wouldn't catch us. We got buses with Santiago Carrillo and we had meetings about what's the next move to overthrow the regime. I'm like, fuck, dude, I went to a school at like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Barely got in a boat.
Yeah.
But no, she's such a hero. And all the people that were politically active in that time, the things they had to do
I know, right?
is so crazy.
It's completely different too.
yeah.
And I think like
Makes me feel like a pussy, honestly.
Those movements, yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't want to.
You can shit on my mom, it's fine.
No, I'm not gonna shit on your mom. I don't want to pile on because I also got shot at and stuff politically when I was politically active.
You got shot at?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was in Venezuela, and I was politically active.
End of story.
Everybody got shot at.
But like with a real bullet, like
Yeah, I got shot at with real bullets with the anti thing. What is it? I don't remember what it's called. It's like bird shot kind of thing. Spreads out.
Oh
I
yeah.
got shot with tear gas. You know.
Fuck, dude.
I ran from policemen.
Where'd you get shot?
I didn't get hit. I got shot at.
Oh.
I didn't get shot. I got shot at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's insane. And that was like what, 2008 or 2000?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, when you
pretty
were
accurate.
Yeah. That was, oh my God. Oh wow.
I was there.
Shit. I know you were for real.
Yeah. I don't know. I was very, very
That's
responsible.
cool. That's something I want.
But we failed. That's the difference.
You
we
did
didn't
fail.
accomplish anything.
You fucked it up. No, but I mean, you were going against such an established regime that like,
Well, Franco was established regime as well.
but he died.
He died.
Like, and he died badly. Like when he was doing the last speeches, he was fucking. And the only reason we don't have a regime, well, like we didn't go into another regime, is because our king was like so didn't want any of that. He just wanted to fuck people and have money. And it was like, yeah, how about other people handle it? I think that's funny. Like how history has been rewritten, seeing like he was a champion of democracy and he was only thinking about getting laid and getting money.
Which, by the way, fair enough.
Honestly,
Like, why are you
can't
gonna
fault
be king?
him. Yeah.
Why are you gonna be king?
If you're not fucking. Yeah. The only reason to be a king is to fuck, and sometimes your own family.
But that's my intuition, or at least what it seems like from movies and stuff, is that people, left-wing people back then, they weren't into this kind of, shaming.
I don't know.
and,
The rhetoric has changed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is the only left I've ever known. It's the only left I've ever. It's the left I have. So I think I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, I don't think like hippies were like, you're not hippie enough, man. I don't think like they were doing that kind
You're not doing enough LSD, dude.
Right.
Open your mind up. Man.
Yeah, I doubt that was a
Probably
sentiment
not.
in the past.
I don't know. But like, that's cute. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to. Like, this is all a thing of like. I heard a guy say once. Most of your 20s is thinking, what would a good person do, and then trying to do that. And I think I'm sort of on that path. But who is your reference for a good person?
Dude.
That.
Okay, so this is something I was gonna tell you earlier. I think something that I think is wrong with me is that you know how you grow as a person, right? Every year you're like, oh, so stupid last year. Now I'm
Allegedly,
smarter,
yeah.
right? One of the people I admire most is me 22 or something like that.
That's so on brand.
Me
That's
like
so ridiculously on
me like
brand.
19 to 24. Like I hardly ever made any mistakes. Like I was so fucking right about it.
Were you not just like stupid and young and you didn't realize?
No, because I look back and I was like, no,
That's pretty good.
Right. So I was, yeah.
Well, because
right.
you're not afraid when you're young, because you're not aware of like the consequences, right?
Maybe that's one of the things. And also I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know the answer. I think one of the reasons is I'm more jaded now, less moral.
Probably.
I used to be very morally guided. You know, I had my moral tenets.
Upright.
I had my moral ideas and I followed them. That's a principle.
But I think that's a normal thing. Like, that's a very strict way to live. Like, if you have these like very tight principles, you feel like you're fucking.
But they weren't that tight. But I just had like 3 or 4 things that I believed in, and those.
Can you still name them?
I don't think that I could. I've been trying to remember and name them, but I don't remember.
Like your tenants.
Yeah. I guess it was something like
Get pussy, get money.
smoke weed. I think
every day.
Yeah, I was a rapper. I was a black rapper when I was young. Dude, so honesty definitely was one of them.
Okay.
But with caveats, like there were more like I would.
You can't have caveats.
I would have explained it at that age if you asked me like, what do you think? I think you should be honest always, except
to your parents.
under these circumstances. It's fine to lie.
Yeah. If you smell like weed and your parents asked you, were you smoking weed? You would say no. And that's justified.
I didn't live with my parents already. So
Goddamn, fuck you.
my parents are not an influence in my life.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I've been realizing. Like, I don't know if this happens to you, but when you're writing your stand-up bits, you realize what you think about a lot. And I realize my parents are a big part of that.
Right.
And I think, I mean, it's obvious I'm an only child and I lived with them till I was 26. So they're gonna be like a big part of that.
Yeah.
But I look at other comedian sets and a part of me is going like, they don't talk about their parents that much.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know them very well.
I'm pretty big on that. But yeah.
Yeah, you talk about your parents a lot.
Yeah.
But nobody likes what they talk about. I talk about sex and drugs a lot, and I want to stop talking about that so much.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, because I mean, it's very, you're putting yourself out there in a way, of like, this is what I think about. Like,
No, but it gets boring after a while.
That's also true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and part of the reason, like, I'm sure you're not against talking about your parents. You're just like done it so much that you're like,
I want to do something else. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, so honesty was a big one.
I know that was. I had some sort of definition what being a good person was. I don't remember exactly what it was. I suppose it's similar to what I have now, but like it was more clear back then. So, life is in the living, for example.
Life is in the living.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Let me see if I can explain it. Like, you know how people say, it's not about where you're going, it's about the trip.
Yeah.
It's kind of that, but not that exactly.
Okay.
Because
So the life you have is the life you make for yourself? Something like that?
life is about life. That's what it is. Like, what is life about? It's about life.
Ah, okay. There's
know?
not a bigger purpose. There's not this big thing of like, okay.
The purpose is within itself. I believe that. I still believe that intellectually.
I actually believe that too.
Right. But back then I believed it and I felt it.
And now you don't?
Not as much.
You think there's a higher calling?
No, I don't think anything else, but I don't, like, you know, there's knowledge and internalized knowledge.
Yeah.
Difference between like, I know, like, I don't know really good examples except for more moral examples, but like, okay, like, you're having sex with your girlfriend and it feels good, right? And then you don't have sex for a while for whatever reason, and you're about to have sex and you know it's gonna feel good. You know it.
Yep.
But then once you're having sex, you know it and you know it that it feels. You know what I mean?
In your bones. Yeah, you feel it in your body.
Yeah.
It's not just an intellectual thing. Yeah. I get what you mean, but like, I feel that goes away after a while regardless. Like, you felt it for so long that it becomes numb. Like, you know, I don't know, like, you know, when you were, like, I don't know if you remember when you started doing stand-up.
Yes.
But you remember the fear before you got on stage?
I remember very clearly because I started doing stand-up in Russian recently, and it feels exactly the same.
Well, there you go. Like, you still feel that fear for, like, other... By the way, congrats, that's crazy.
Thanks.
But I still feel it. Like, I still feel the fear. But I'm so used to it
Yeah.
that I don't feel it as much. I'm like, oh, there it is. Like, there is the butterflies. But at the beginning, it was like this crazy thing. But I don't think that means you stop feeling it. I think it means that you've gotten used to the feeling, so you don't feel it as strongly.
Yeah, that's. I think both things can happen. I think if you're, it depends on how your emotional state, but you can get to a place where you don't care. I think you can get numb and you don't care, because I sometimes have it. I sometimes don't fear going on stage, and sometimes I'm used to the fear.
You don't fear. Oh, that's.
Sometimes I do. I'm gonna go on stage and I really. It's
You don't
like
care.
if you were measuring my heart rate, it'd be untouched. Yeah.
Okay. How did you get into Russian stand-up?
I'm trying to learn Russian. I speak very little, and there's a Russian open mic. My girlfriend's Russian. She knows the open mic. She told me, "Oh, there's a Russian open mic. Maybe I'm gonna go check it out." She told me, and I said, "Ask them if I can perform, and I can do 3 minutes."
3.
Yeah,
How'd it go?
I killed the first time. I killed.
Hell yeah.
Murdered. And then I did it again, and I bombed horribly.
Same 3 minutes?
No, different 3 minutes. But it's because it's very small, so it's. I guess 50% of the crowd saw my previous. Like you can see their faces, like, yeah, this is.
Yeah, we did that. We
At
already
least
did that.
50% of the people know the joke.
I mean, how many Russians are into comedy in Madrid?
Yeah, exactly.
Like just Russian comedy to me is a non sequitur.
They have a big tradition of comedy, but it's very different to Western comedy. Like
In
it's
what
more
way?
absurd.
Okay.
It's very, or it's either more absurd or super like deadpan, witty, deep down.
That's what I would like if you would ask me like what is Russian comedy like. Immediately I'd be like deadpan low key.
Yeah.
Like they don't seem to me like a bunch.
They
you
do
know?
both.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, like this fear, I don't know, but that's what it is for me. I don't know. Maybe you'll always healthily feel it and you get used to it.
But I think like the things that if you
Or you
believe
are
it
used
here intellectually, it's still here because there's still a bit of that here. Like the moment I think this disappears completely, this starts to let go.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe there's a little bit, but okay, maybe this is a way to put it. I used to feel, I don't know how to, this is not exactly what it feels like, but this is the best, it's very close.
Hit me.
I used to feel constantly like the world was proof of my beliefs.
The world
I
was
used to,
proof. of your
whatever was
belief
around me was a constant reminder that I was on the right track or correct.
that you were right. Okay, and now that you stop feeling that.
I don't feel that anymore, no.
Well, I mean, I think that's maturity. Like you're realizing the world doesn't revolve around you.
Maybe, yeah.
Like you're like this is going on regardless. Like I remember, like whenever like I wasn't on a show or I wasn't on something and it
Yeah.
still went really well.
Yeah.
That was a humbling thing of like I'm not that important. Like I think I'm an added value to any show I'm on. I honestly believe I think I'm good, and that's
I
something
think so too, yeah.
that's recent. Like I appreciate my comedy. I appreciate myself. But at the same time, like, there'll be more good people, like more good comedians will
Right.
come along. And if I want a spot, it won't just happen. Like I remember I had this fantasy of like everybody's gonna call me. Like the moment they see me, they're gonna be like, "This kid is so good," because I sort of had that.
And that's what people thought
Yeah,
when they
like-
started out.
And then now that's just reality. But no, but like there was this thing of like, oh, I found my thing, I found my place, and getting in is gonna be like easy, like frictionless. Like I'm just gonna slide in there, and I've gotten to a point where like that's sort of happened, but also like now I'm getting to a point where I have to want it. And there's
Yeah.
there's a dignity in not wanting it but getting it.
Right.
Like you're like I'm so good I can't even help being on shows.
Right.
And now I have to be like, can I get on your show? Like I would like to hear your show.
Yeah.
Like, and I've learned to deal with that, and it's not bad. But yeah, it's new. It's new, and it's just like humbling. And
What show did you want to go on? We can blip it.
which show that everyone got? The Lab was a big one. Like
And they didn't let you go on?
I messaged Chavi at the beginning, and he said, "How much experience do you have?" I was like, "Not much, but I think I'm good." I was like, "Okay," and never texted me back, and I was like, "Fuck." And then
yeah.
after a while, I got in there, and then also for like to do my own show, like I wanted to leave the open mics and started doing more time.
Yeah.
So I started like messaging people to do shows.
And
like,
a lot of people said no.
"Do you want to do a split hour?" And they were like, "No."
Aha, you thought like anybody's gonna be.
Who's not gonna want to do a split hour with a Victor fucking Armiño?
Right.
Turns out a lot of people.
No, show business sucks, dude. Emotionally, it's.
They're saying no to you, like you're real you. Because like when I get rejected at work, I don't care.
It's my CV they don't like. It's not me.
It's like losing at chess versus losing at rugby. Like when I lose in rugby, I'm like they're fitter than me. That's fine. When I lose at chess, I'm like they're smarter than me, and
it's
that
different?
hurts in a different way.
But it's not about being smart. Chess is about playing chess.
There is a component.
There's
of,
a famous grandmaster quote. It's like being good at chess helps at winning at chess. It's the only thing it helps at.
Yeah, but I don't know. There is a certain component of that. But anyway, that's sort of like
There's not. Like, I play chess every day.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna beat you. I play
No,
every day.
Of course. But they're like, if you play, let's say you're at the same level of chess as someone else. Like we don't play chess as much. Probably who's gonna win is the person who's sort of smarter. They can think more in advance. Like if every single condition is equal, experience, management of the board, everything. Intelligence is the determining factor.
I think not. I think in chess is a habit. Is more important.
Okay.
Like checking, like if you doing the algorithm, check for checks, check for captures, check for whoever's doing that the most is winning.
Okay. Okay.
All things being equal.
I respect that. I get it. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm not saying that doesn't exist. I'm just saying that chess is not the thing.
No, I get it. But it's more like going back to like managing expectations, which I think is what this is about. Like, I don't know if you had this, because like when you started doing stand-up, did you think like because I know you've told me you weren't that good when you started out.
Bottom 3.
But then once you got better, because now you're good.
I just didn't. I think now I'm probably, one of the best in my generation. But
I would say so, yeah.
But my generation is a lot smaller. A lot of people quit, and a lot of the ones that were good quickly are, of course, they're better than they were then, but not so much better.
The improvements were low.
Yeah, they slowed down, and I kept working at my comedies for so many years in order to be decent, that once I became decent, that would have been enough, honestly, emotionally. But I was so used to the working hard that I just kept working the same way.
Yeah, you just kept on that path. Yeah.
And I still do.
I'm starting to break that barrier of like writing more, doing like bits that I'm like just being comfortable with bombing.
Yeah.
And like bombing for a purpose, not like bombing because you're bombing, but like I'm gonna bomb tonight because I'm gonna try new stuff and I need to figure it out and I'm gonna get past the discomfort.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just like, that's how you get better, and I'm like dealing with it. But it's also like, I just want comedians to like my set.
You're right.
And I realized there's a healthy part to that and an unhealthy part. The healthy part is when you want your colleagues to be like, hey, that's good, and like give you advice. But at the same time, you can't perform for comics.
You cannot perform
because
for comics.
that's just a recipe for disaster. But it feels so much better to me when a comedian I respect, like you, would come up to me and be like, that's a good bit. It feels way better than a couple who were at the show being like, we love that part. We were laughing so much.
Yeah, of course you did. You're not comics.
Because I know your judgment. I know you have good judgment. And I know theirs. Like maybe they're really into Russell Peters.
Right,
and
no, because
like,
they're telling you, the audience are telling you that was funny. And then the comedian is telling you that was funny and original and like
good,
they're telling you a bunch
there's
of
more,
different
there's layers. Yeah, for sure.
No, I understand, but like that, I guess there's a time for that.
Sure.
And then you have to stop.
Yeah.
It always goes back to, if it's a comedy show, it's about people laughing.
Yeah, it's the easiest art form ever. In that sense, like it's so honest. Like
the lie that I'm telling to myself now, that maybe I'll go back, because you start thinking like this, and then you go back to it's about making people laugh. The lie I'm telling myself now, I think, is that there are different laughs. So I'm allowing for like going for a laugh. It's not frequency and size is not all there is.
No. There's 100%. I think you're on.
I think
you're onto something, because like
I think that's true.
There's different laughs. There's laughs of like, oh, we're uncomfortable and you said something, so we're gonna laugh because we're uncomfortable. There's laughs of like, this is really funny. There's laughs of like, you said something at the right time, doesn't matter what it was, but just the rhythm got us laughing. Like I 100% agree with that. There's also like claps, like different claps. There's claps of like, that was so well written, and there's claps of that like, oh, you ended a joke and I could see the structure.
Right.
And that's the end and I recognize it.
So I clap.
I clap.
I don't like those at all.
No, those suck.
But like something that I believe might be like the one I'm most confident about is length. Like, because people measure laughs in frequency and size, like how loud they were. But few people notice how long they are. And I think that's a dimension of people. Like,
this is a big part of it, yeah.
Because I have jokes that are people laugh really loudly, rah! And then I have jokes where people laugh less loudly, but they laugh longer.
I think those are better because the first one is like the first impact, first reaction, and the second one is they're thinking about it and it's still making them laugh.
Yeah.
You know one of the best feelings I got recently is somebody said a line out loud, and they said that's so good, and that felt so
Yeah.
great. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I have the
That's
line was
nice.
like, it's not the poop, it's the guilt, and somebody said that out loud. I was like to like bask in that, and I was like, oh, that feels so good.
That's nice.
That a line of mine makes you like. That it stays with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I wish to know is how many people repeat them after the show, like that you never get to know.
I know, yeah.
But
Who's at work the next day and they say this comedian had this great bit. I wish every time I got that, somebody that said that, I got like a physical reaction. It's like not even a big one, but just like a little tingle. I was like, oh, somebody said a joke.
like a finger up the ass, so kind of.
Kind of, yeah, like a little wake up, you know what I mean? You know, I was so scared when I was 13. I started doing snowboard. They said that if you broke your coccyx, the way they would fix is they put 2 fingers up your ass and then like.
And you were scared of that?
I was so scared. That's your cue.
I just sit here. I'm so scared that the microphone's not.
How long
picking
have we
up.
been going for?
1 hour and 10 minutes.
Ah,
Oh, that's
okay.
crazy. Okay.
But no. I just want to say, like, if the mic didn't pick up, I was watching this last part and it's so interesting.
Really?
Honestly, like, it's a good comedy podcast.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you did the interview
No,
before.
we didn't do any. Like it was very a conversation.
Probably,
Oh,
like
fuck.
flowy and like.
Yeah, we did it more like that.
I think it's more appropriate because if the mic picked this up, this is a good podcast. I was listening to the comedy.
No, there's some cuts, I think, but
Yeah. Some lulls maybe.
Okay, I'll clip it out.
you're gonna have to work on this more.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I feel so bad. I was meditating out there because like I was trying to deal with the
Oh,
With the
fuck.
guilt. It's
No,
not the poop,
dude.
it's the guilt.
and you know yeah,
It's not.
it is the guilt. So yeah, I guess we can cut it.
Okay.
And if it's bad, it's all on me.
No, it's okay. I
cool,
think it's
man.
interesting. I just think it's like more work than it usually is
Yeah,
for
for sure.
cutting.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Because the other 2 interviews they were more like structured, you mean? Or
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because and like I tried to like start from there, but it feels weird now
I was gonna
because
say,
we've talked about the other
Yeah.
2 things.
are you tired of the format? If you did another one of these, would you do the same format?
No, I would do the same for me.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I believe in it.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't get to experience it all the way through, but
Yeah, that's right. Because we had this start-stop thing. Yeah. What was the last question? that you
the
wanted to
last
ask me?
part is no, it's just background
just-
stuff. I just asked you where you're from and like what do you. What,
Oh, you did. We did
yeah,
get to
we
that.
did that like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time. We did the rugby. We talked about rugby and about being bullied, but it was more emotional than it normally is. Like I normally would just ask you factual stuff. Like I wouldn't get into the bullying part as much. And
Okay. I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
so it would have been like the first question, which was whether you feel like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Then talk about your girlfriend, and then at the beginning would be like just like Wikipedia
quick,
stuff.
yeah,
Right.
quick question.
Okay. So like the bio, the essential bio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did you ask people about like the questions like you did with Pato?